For the two people. Wait, let's look at those two people. There they are, victims all. Okay, serial killers. Ho-ho, Wheaties, look out. The ending situation for two people is a comedy routine with a ventriloquist and a dummy. Guess that's you, Tim. Okay, go for it. Beginning, middle, and end. There'll be serial killers. They'll make some changes, and they'll end up as a ventriloquist and a dummy.
I went to the shop.
Yeah?
And I got that packet of cornflakes.
Yeah.
And I put in my trolley. And then I got a packet of Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops?
And I put them in my trolley.
In the trolley, yeah.
And I just wheeled them on out of there.
Stretch back. Pull on it now. Careful. Stand back, mate. Good. All right. If we hang it over this string here,
Yes?
clip it, and this end goes to the ground.
Oh, right.
Yeah, hey.
And that keeps it up there.
Yeah, it's simple.
Right.
I like it. It's good.
This paper's very thin.
It's amazing how they can make it like this.
It's made from bark of a tree.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting tree.
Yeah.
But it's grown in Australia.
Yeah. The wives actually get this paper and they fold it 3 times.
Yeah.
That's it. And then they pound it with sticks.
Oh, great. Oh, more rhythm.
Yeah.
Got it. I suppose you're going to tell me what they do when they're finished pounding it with sticks.
Oh, they hang it out to dry, don't they?
I'm very glad you're here tonight. We find that the weather, even though it's rainy, allows us to continue.
Well, that's pretty clearly pretty good. Now I'm going to get out there and we're going to do something special. Hang on 1 minute. Not yet.
Behind it.
Lucky ducks, bring us up.
We're up.
Okay, that concludes our show, except for we're going to do 20 minutes more.
Just get your head in the top of the picture there, shall
They'll take care of it. The monitor's not the real thing. Okay, now as it turns out, we're not quite done. We're going to do something called the Herald, and the Herald is named because they didn't have any other name, so they called it Herald. Now, Herald is a longer improv piece. We have about 15 minutes, so we're going to do a slightly longer piece, and we have a suggestion from Marcia Hogan from Williamsburg, who also says she lives in Iowa City, and we also have Stephanie Myers from Solon, who actually claims to live in Solon, and that's understandable. So, we asked for a general theme, and we got several. But I think we'll go with the top one, which is food. Now, we'll explain the format of this Herald so you get a little feeling of what's happening. First of all, lots of people stand here against the wall, except for this one on the floor. Big deal. Okay. No, the way the Herald works is we kind of brainstorm a little bit on it. We walk around, we do a little bit of saying what we think about food, and based on that, we'll mill around a bit, and we'll create some scenes. Okay? So, that's it. We're going to do food now. I'll be right back.
My mother had this real thing about food. I mean, she was a nurse, you know, but she used to serve us liver. Liver I don't like. And she would cut it all up, she would hide it in the mashed potatoes. She would do everything to get us to eat this liver. And the worst part of it was, if you didn't eat your liver at night, you had it for breakfast in the morning.
I'm a vegetarian, but I really used to like liver when I ate meat. And occasionally, even after I gave up meat, I would eat liver. I was working at a jail for a while, and they would serve liver occasionally, and I just couldn't resist eating it, you know, it just kind of like, and sometimes even when they had liver, I remember I would just sneak down to the kitchen in the refrigerator in the middle of the night and open it up and just eat a piece of liver. It just, somehow, I liked it.
I remember the love of my life was an actress. She was also an overeater. And she would be spending about $100 a day going to restaurants and then coming home and kind of doing what bulimics do. And then she'd go out to another restaurant and have some more food to eat.
Well, for me, food always means work. I always end up cleaning up after food. It's like other people make food, but I clean up. I mean, I'm like the perfect date to invite to dinner because, you know, I do the dishes. It's like I feel like, you know, if someone makes a dinner for you, I mean, the least you can do is do the dishes. But for me, like to do like 5 dishes, it just doesn't make it. I actually used to work in Iowa City at the Alpha Xi Delta sorority, okay, on the board crew, okay? And they never let me in the front because they always wanted to flirt with the girls, but I was in the back. I always did like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dishes. So like, and you know, you could really get good at doing like all these dishes. But, you know, the real dishes were out there. But big deal. I mean, I was like, you know, a drama major. I didn't date them anyway. But anyway, food for me always means cleaning up.
Honey, are we going out tonight? I'm starving.
Yeah, let's go out, but you got a credit card?
I think one's good. Let me see. Yeah, Visa should be like about $100 left on that one.
That's enough for a snack. How you
Okay.
doing?
If I don't eat, I'm going to pass out.
Let's go.
Okay.
2 questions and a short statement.
I went to a culinary school and I brought back some slides of the various different dishes that we prepared. This is the first slide. This is our first day in the kitchen. Everyone was a little apprehensive, but they were ready to pounce on the food. Next slide. The food was great for some of us, and some of us just couldn't stomach it. Next slide. The details involved in cooking this kind of food are absolutely incredible. The men seem to enjoy it more than the women. Next slide. Unfortunately, the quality control at this particular school wasn't very good, and a lot of us got sick. Last slide. And then some of us even died. But basically, it was a good experience, and those of us that survived had a good time. Thank you very much.
Well, I guess I'll have the liver.
Good choice. choice. I'll have it too.
We're both going to have the liver.
Yeah,
We always get the liver.
he knows. We've been here before.
We'd like the...
The usual?
Yes.
Liver for two,
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
plenty of onions,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
and 2 glasses of hot water.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks.
Thanks.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
We always get the liver.
Yeah. Well,
But you know, I feel that, you know, we need to supplement our diet this way. You know, without the liver, we wouldn't have iron because, you know, all the rice and, you know, other vegetables, you know.
yeah. The rice, the dal, and the veggies. You're right, it doesn't cut it. It's just, well, I don't really like liver.
Yeah, I know, me either. Big deal. And now, just for your viewing pleasure, we have the famous poet Kazundi. Kazundi from Kathmandu, for whom I will translate her famous food poetry, which she is bringing on an enormous tour through the U.S. To the culinary schools and also to the McDonald's restaurants. Please, she will read one of her poems for you now. And I will, maybe her most famous, the one about the broccoli quiche. I will tell her. Yeah, she said she will read the broccoli quiche and something else that is brand new. So thank you. I first found the thought of broccoli quiche. It was for me the sweetest thing. Others like the candied food, but I like to snack upon the good.
Naina hana hana huna. Ini booty di di di. Ha ha ha.
Others like to sing a song. Others like to talk a lot. For me it is to live so long if I eat the quiche a lot.
Kinahana huna 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 ha.
If I have my favorite food, I am spoken to from on high. Others have some other good. For me, it's quiche, by and by. Oh, how what you did?
Oh yeah. Uno
Her other poem will be
finger uno hina.
my first time with the peanut butter.
Pinga una hina ha. Pinga una pinamini pina puna ya.
I was a young child when my mother first spread the peanut butter all over the unleavened bread. It was a new thing for me.
Pinga hina. Hala hila he hala ha hala.
Eating it was very strange. It made my face do brand new things. It was great, but it was strange. It tasted wonderful, and yet...
Pinga haina hu yada hala hu. Pinga la kirinu. Pinga funa fu.
After I had peanut butter, I felt that I did not want to eat anything else. I threw all of my other food on the floor.
He ha. Pinga fana hana. Pinga haya hala. Pinga paga punga do.
I ate that for quite a while. As a matter of fact, for month after month. Finally, after 2 or 3 months, that was all that I could take. Thank you, famous poet. Bye-bye.
I've got no jelly beans. Where?
Well, you didn't order jelly beans. Did you want the cook to bring you some jelly beans?
Yes.
Well, garçon, just eat your, whatever it is you ordered. What did you order? I can't even make it out.
I ordered some mash.
Okay. This is,
It's good.
Yeah, I'll have another serving of that. One more serving of the non-existent jelly beans. Did he order jelly beans, or is he just making that up? Okay. It's not going to come to more than $100, is it? Okay. And another piece of chocolate cake, 2 more orders of baked potatoes, and 3 more orders of roast lamb.
I'm a growing boy.
I think I'm going to get fat if I eat all this. I think we better go.
Good move.
Yeah.
Let's.
Okay. You have the credit card?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish Mommy would let us eat something different for once.
Boy, I do too. But she's cooking liver again.
Well, I guess if all you have is rice and veggies, now and then you have to have other stuff.
I'd rather have sand on the beach.
Oh, I heard
Then-
that joke. I heard that joke. If you go to the desert, what can you eat? You eat the sandwiches there.
Oh, it's so funny.
Oh,
But,
ick. Here he comes.
oh,
2 Pepsis, right?
Yeah, and liver.
And liver. Okay.
Poopy.
I hope when I'm old I don't have to eat liver.
I hope when you're old, I don't have to eat liver with you.
Going to a hero. I've got this splendid machine that manufactures the most exquisite pork sausages. And it starts like this. Sometimes the sausages come in from this way. And they come out looking like this.
Oh.
It's a wonderful machine. Wonderful. Something left. Something. Oh, you've kicked the habit. Okay, go for it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that custard you made me was so yummy.
Good. You ate it all.
I did, and I don't care. You still love me even though I'm 250 pounds, don't you,
I
darling?
do.
Oh, it's nice not to have to worry about your waistline
Yes, and not have to worry about the credit card anymore, eh?
anymore. You're such a good cook. You kept that little secret from me for so long.
Yeah, well, you know. I was just thinking perhaps you'd like a little hot water.
Oh, could you put a little rum in it, dear?
Just a tad.
Okay. Thank you.
Here's to us
To us.
and the future.
The future.
Well, dear,
Yeah?
it's your birthday.
Oh, you were so sweet. You remembered
Yes.
every time.
Let's
Let's order something special. Special.
Okay, something-
Yes, something special. This time, we'll have something new. Something new. Something new. Let's order something new.
Something new, something
Something
new.
new.
Okay.
Not the same old. Something new.
Yes, not the same old.
Hello, my friends.
Yes.
Let me see now. 2 hot milks and liver, right?
Yeah, but this time, something new.
You?
Yes. Put the liver on some bread.
You?
Uh,
On bread.
On
On
bread.
bread.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's a hot milk.
Hot milk on
Yeah,
bread
yes.
with liver.
Thank you.
Well, gotta take a bow. Oh, we're off. That was quick.
Well, we'll bow anyhow.
Lucky Ducks, that's our show. Tune in next week. Perhaps next week we'll have. Oh, there's the bow. Cute. Next week we'll have live suggestions, we hope, on phone. Tune in. Not next week, but 2 weeks from tonight. We're off Memorial Day, just like you. No big deal. Thanks very much, Lucky Ducks. Check back later.
People coming.
Oh, no, I think we better get out of here.
Let's go.
What did I say? Okay, now we're going to do something unusual. I mean, this is totally typical stuff. But now we're going to do something unusual. This is called the Herald. Now, the Herald is a longer piece, a longer improv piece. It's based on a general general interest theme. Good. Got it. Okay, I'm still employed. Okay, general interest theme. What we will do now is the Herald. It consists of, we get a general interest theme, which tonight is from Shannon Heffernan, from Conrad, and it's about exercise. And some of us know what that is. Others should know later. Anyway, so what we do is we walk around, we say a little bit of what we've experienced or think or believe about exercise or anything that's happened to us in that area. And then we'll break out and do some scenes. Now, then we'll come back, whoever does those scenes, will come back and do a scene in the past that built up to that scene or prior to that scene, same characters, and then they'll also do a scene in the future of those same characters coming and doing something later. In the middle of all that, we'll also throw in a bunch of other little stuff that expands on this theme. The theme is exercise. It's called the Herald. No reason why they didn't have another name. They just called it Herald. So welcome the entire Lucky Duck cast for the Herald on the theme of exercise.
Let's get physical.
I remember when I was a kid, not so much of a kid actually, when I was about 22, I was in this running club. And they talk about the loneliness of the long-distance runner. I tell you, I have never, ever had such support from team members. They said, Tim, my boy, you are great for the club. You're great up the hills. You're fantastic.
Swimming's always been my favorite form of exercise. I started to learn how to swim when I was 3 years old in the lake back home. And when I went to college, I was on the diving team and the swim team. And I always felt really healthy and really alert. And the guys on the swim team were kind of cute, too.
Exercise is a health hazard. Mental health hazard. You know, I used to run along the beach before school. And I remember one day, it was like summer, really hot. A lot of people already at the beach, you know. And there's this husband and wife there. And the wife is like getting into the guy, you know. She's giving him a real hard time, you know. This guy is trying hard not to look at the young girls who are walking past in their swimsuits, their one-pieces, as they go to the water, right? So he's trying his hardest. There's this one beautiful girl coming along the beach to him, just to walk past him to get to the water. And he's trying not to look, right? He's trying not to look. She's one of those types that works out a lot. You can see the definition. Not much bulk, if you know what I mean, but plenty of definition. Anyway, the woman starts saying, is that what you want? Is that what you want? So this guy's sitting there, he's thinking, oh God, I don't want this scene to happen. And the woman goes, Miss, excuse me, miss, can you come over here please, miss? This guy is like so embarrassed, he's trying to dive under his towel. Okay, it's not happening for him today. So, you know, this woman is just so embarrassed, she just walks right away. She just goes straight up back to the gym to work out. So, you know, this guy's having a fight with his wife in front of all these people, and she's getting stuck into him. Is that what you want, Mr. Dog? And he's going, hey, honey, listen. She's way, you know, her derriere, listen, way too small. I like yours, you know, the way it kind of drags in the sand as you walk down the beach and writes our name in the sand, you know, that's beautiful for me. So, next week, you know what happened, they were in divorce court. So, exercise, dangerous stuff, keep away from it.
So this is a good place for us. Close to the water, not too hot. Great. Let's just spread the towels out here, dear.
Anything you say, darling. Anything you say. As you're the matriarch.
Well, you don't have to kind of get into it, Tim.
Well, I guess not.
Honey, keep your eyes off these girls. I mean, really, you're far too old for them.
You should be glad that I still have it in me, you know.
Do you?
Well, let me see. The last time I checked was about 20 years ago.
Yeah, I'd say that was just about right, 20 years ago.
Yeah, I guess maybe I need to take more exercise.
Yeah, well, wouldn't hurt. I mean, you know, you are getting a little paunchy there.
That's not a turn on, is it?
No. So you don't need to pay attention to all these girls. I'm sure they wouldn't be the slightest bit interested.
Well, you never know. Maturity. Maturity.
It is quite mature. I think you've had it for a couple years now. The gut, I mean. Sorry.
Oh. Sure. So, let me put some of that on you, darling.
All right.
Oh, well, hello.
Tim.
It's okay, just relax. Hello there.
Yeah, well, how about if you relax a little bit?
Oh, I'm relaxed. I'm feeling great.
I've got this fabulous exercise machine. You would not believe the power that this machine has. It starts like this.
Wop, 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 wop. Wop, wop, wop,
This is what you can look like after a few hours on this machine. Now, what a product.
You know what I remember about exercise is those marvelous classes we had in junior high. We wore these hideous blue one-piece gym suits. They're now in style. Can you imagine these little box shorts? Anyway, we were ashamed. We'd all get them, we'd go out in line, and they'd choose their teams. And I was always the last one chosen.
Oh, darling, is this enough exercise? I've been sweating around all day trying to keep up with you.
You know,
God,
it's...
you're demanding.
Well, it's really great. You know, you got married and you started working out right away. You look so good.
Oh, thank you, I know. I'm keeping it up, right?
Yes, you're great. This is good. Oh, you're hot, darling. I'll tell you, this has been a great honeymoon.
Oh, it sure has.
Yeah.
It sure has. I hope I can keep going for the next 20 years.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, boy.
But don't overdo it.
Oh,
Yeah. Why don't we just go over to the pool now?
okay.
Great.
Oh, that's
Come on.
good. What a good idea.
And then there was exercise camp, which I went to a number of years ago. And I brought back some slides from this camp, and I would like to show them to you. First slide. Yes, some of us were just a little bored by this whole thing, and some were just a little out of shape. Others were ready to go. Next slide. Generally, the girls did much better in terms of mental and physical health than the men. Some of the men were rather strong, but the minds, we won't speak too much of that. Next slide. Some of the people, after a while, began to mistake this for an art camp and not an exercise camp, and had to be severely disciplined. Next slide. Yes, some of us were accustomed to having our back get out of joint, and we tried do-it-yourself chiropractic, which I do not recommend. And the poor fellow in the middle was walking around with a bent back for weeks. And for our last slide, yes, and the camp inmates like to make up their own games, such as mudslide into the lake of the snapping turtles, and one of them saw the snapping turtle in the water. And this was just a few of the fun moments we had at exercise camp some 20-odd years ago. Thank you very much.
All right, all right.
Okay.
Let's pick the volleyball team.
Okay.
Okay. You're nice and tall. I want you on my team. Your turn, your turn.
Well, you're tall too. You come over here and play with me.
Oh, sure, I love to play with you
you're
anytime.
tall, I'll have you. I got two
Tall
tall
is not all.
boys.
Well, you can hit the ball good. You come, Satomi.
Oh,
Na,
Ellie.
na, na.
Come on, Ellie. We like you on our team,
I love
Ellie.
Ellie.
Come on, Ellie. We like you on our team.
Yeah.
Oh, Ellie.
Oh, we have to have her.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna
No,
win.
She's on our team.
And we're gonna win.
Yeah, we'll see.
We have Ellie, you may not.
Exercise,
Is
such
wonderful,
fun.
especially
When
you
do
it
with
someone
you
really.
love.
Occasionally,
When
that
person
is
exercising
vigorously
it
takes
a
big
amount
of
energy
to
restrain
his
or
her
fun.
It's a very great joy for us gathered here today at this symposium on the benefits of physical education to have a world-renowned guest speaker.
Hi. Yeah, yeah, ha, yeah, ha, ha, yeah, ha, ha.
He'd like to talk to you today on the topic of cardiovascular response.
Cardiovascular?
Sometimes it's not necessary to do any physical exercise to get this cardiovascular response engaged. Actually, all this exercising, that's just for the young boys. In fact, the professor has seen many finely framed young men after a workout scarcely able to lift their finger. He finds this most amusing. His final advice for those of you who would like to engage this cardiovascular response is go to a disco and dance with 2 young women. Thank you and good night. Okay, now we pick the team for dinosaur hunt. I want strong people.
Okay, strong people and big boulder.
You! My team!
You, my team. You, my team, over here. You can hide from the dinosaur.
Come on.
Hey!
Oh,
Yeah, okay, Ellie, you're on our team.
Hey,
1, 2, 3, 4 over there, man.
one, two, three.
We're gonna win!
Oh, darling, I know it's been about 65 years.
Yes,
But-
65 lovely years, Tim.
I know, but I've got a surprise for you.
Oh, a surprise, Tim? After all this time?
All this time,
Oh, Tim!
I've been following what that foreign lecturer said.
What?
Yeah, he said you've got to be with go to a discotheque, be with lots of young women. Yeah.
Tim,
And
this
I think I'm getting the power. I'm getting the power again. Yes. Oh my goodness, you don't have to worry
Wait,
anymore.
I am so...
Maybe we can even have some babies. Oh.
Tim,
Yeah.
go back to the part about the disco and the young girls.
Yeah. Well, I had to go in there, and I had to dance around with the young women, and they were grooving and looving and loving and my
It
goodness.
seems like it's still stuck on you.
Yeah.
You brought one home.
All right. I'll do you one, darling.
Tim,
I'd like to choose the croquet club for this season. I said I would like to choose the croquet club
for this
season.
Good idea.
Thank you, my
My turn first this year.
dear. Yes?
Yes.
Oh,
Let's see who's still alive. Hey! Tim! You're still alive, man. Quit slobbering all over the court.
Nellie, old girl, come over here. It's your turn, lovey. Come on, lovey.